And if necessary, I can also generate HTML versions of this, which I did at the end of the course last time to be able to post to iTunes U. But I can also do that pretty regularly if need be. I just have to re-upload everything. So let's see. And then the last one is we do have the mailing list. Hopefully everybody's on it here. For those that are watching the video, that is only for the people who are in the class. We got a lot of requests from people that had seen the videos to join the mailing list. The mailing list is one of those nice perks of actually being in the class. And as more advanced developers, you're encouraged to. We're going to have a lot of people in the introductory level course this semester, and a bunch of people that are going through it in the future. You're welcome. You're fully welcome to go and help those guys out. I mean, if you've got a little bit more experience, you know how to answer a problem that they're having. It's great. It's meant to be a collaborative environment. So we're there to do that. Also, if you have questions about anything related to iPhone development, post them in the mailing list. It's there for discussion about all the topics that are relevant to the class or otherwise. Want to know how to advertise? Ask the mailing list. That's one of the perks of this class and why you're here is that you can drive the conversation however you want to. You can interrupt me at any point, ask for any clarification I'm talking about here. Also, I'm available at the breaks, and I'll be available after the class for any questions you have about your own projects, anything you have in mind. I'm an unpaid consultant for you while I'm here. That's the advantage of being in there, but it's only available to people that take the class, and we had to make that pretty clear after all the requests we got last time around. The one new thing I'm going to try with this semester is to have everybody working on a project. Now, we've got a small enough group, it's practical. And so what I'd like to do is I'd like to have everybody working on something. It gives you some motivation to kind of focus on what's being presented here and give you an idea it can be a throwaway project, something that you're not going to do anything more with after this, or it could be something that you're aiming at the App Store. And so I want you to be working on something throughout this because, again, it can help you think about ways that you can incorporate some of these technologies that we'll talk about into a product that you're going to do. And I'll talk later on today about the design process. You're putting together an application definition statement for this project, kind of nailing down the features that are there. And I'd kind of like to see, so my goal is to have everybody submit via email a proposal for this is what I'd like to do. Here's an application definition statement. Here are the features I'd like to build into it. And I can give you feedback on, do you think it's practical to do this in the time of the course? What things to look to, how to think about building it. And I think it's going to be a good exercise. So again, I'm not really grading people on this. But I encourage you to do it to try to integrate some of these technologies within something there. And again, if you do something and it turns out well, you might be able to have an App Store product out of it. So it's just a good thing to work towards. So that's kind of what I'm looking for out of the class itself. I'm also going to be trying to another thing I'm going to try this semester is to have an ongoing project that I'm kind of working on to show off the applications of various technologies in an actual functioning application. So I was thinking, well, one thing that we could do is a racing game. In the style of NASCAR, MATCR, only instead of turning left, we turn right all the time. So the but something like this can demonstrate each one of the technologies that we'll talk about throughout the course. For example, I think I had a listing here. How do we design this? It's going to be 3D graphics, so we're going to use OpenGL ES for doing that. The menus are going to have some custom drawing within them, using Quartz. We're going to animate them with Core Animation. For storing the internal data, we can use Core Data for that, as well as a Mac application to build out tracks and things of that sort. We'll use multi-threading and Grand Central Dispatch for doing the AI on the cars, using accelerometers for the controls, as well as custom touch gestures. And then you do some peer-to-peer networking. So all these technologies can be incorporated into a practical product. And so we'll try to build it in stages as we go through here. I can't make any promises because it was pretty hard for me keeping up with things last time around, but hopefully we'll be able to work on that throughout. why is it a little bit hard for me to keep up with things? Well, my day job is not doing iPhone development. For my day job, I work for, and a little import bug here, but for my day job, I work at a company that I co-founded called Sonoplot. It's based on some technologies I developed in my graduate work here at the University of Wisconsin. But basically, we build robotic systems for printing microscale volumes of fluid. They're like pen plotters, but again on the micro scale, where the common uses are printing down microelectronics, biological materials, DNA, proteins. We're even getting into printing live cells for directed tissue patterning, so they're pretty versatile products aimed at researchers in R&D, rapid prototyping of electronics and other materials. But one thing you can notice about both of them is that these systems that I show here are both driven with an iMac. All of our control software is